Hey fellas, Onus here, and welcome back to With a Y. I'm still sick, but I think we're on the up and up. I can't tell, if I'm being honest. A few days ago, I released my Watchfield Deltarune video, where I went over the children's books that potentially inspired the character of Friend in Toby Fox's hit video game Deltarune, and part of that was me reading one of the children's stories. And one rando nobody commented, "The summary of the Watchfield stories was surprisingly entertaining. Can you read me The Very Hungry Caterpillar next?" And I was like, you know, he probably said that as a joke, but that actually seems like a pretty good idea. So in preparation for this video, I reread The Very Hungry Caterpillar, expecting to revisit some memories from my childhood, awaken some good vibes, and instead what I found was some of the most egregious child indoctrinating propaganda in the name of capitalism I've ever seen. To be clear, this is not a criticism. I like making money more than I care for human lives. But this fat fuck may truly be the greediest character in all of fiction. And don't give me that based off a true story shit where it's just like teaching kids in a fun way how caterpillars metamorphize into butterflies. You're full of it, dude. Not as full of it as this fat piece of shit, but, you know, full of it still. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Often seen as a classic of children's literature, I'm going to be exposing today the gluttony and ego that this caterpillar has, the sheer sense of entitlement he has. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Yeah, who's surprised that someone displaying the deadly sin of gluttony is also big on sloth? Oh, I'm just a little egg. I'm hanging out. Oh, I'm just a little guy. I don't care. I don't know how I forgot about it, but this freaky ass moon is just like looking at the egg caterpillar on the leaf with like the most bored expression I've ever seen. But like, you're an astral body, dude. You have like plenty of shit you could be looking at, and you're like, I'm gonna watch this little egg. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. From inception, this guy was just voracious in his hunger, dude. How are we okay with showing this to our children? What lessons are we teaching them when we're also trying to tell them that they should be eating balanced meals? Now, it should be said that the moon is not alone in being a very weirdly expressed astral body. It peeks over the horizon with a goddamn Lenny face on it, and then because everybody in this story is a piece of shit, he rises higher and won't even make eye contact with you anymore while still smugly smirking, because he thinks he's better than you. Oh, I could explode at any moment and end all life on Earth as we know it. Oh, I'm so fucking cool. Fuck you, dude. If there's one person I will say is worse than the caterpillar in the story, it's the goddamn sun. Speaking of the caterpillar, he started to look for some food, I guess. Now, it should be said that this is an inherently inferior reading experience compared to the physical book. There's just interactive elements that the Very Hungry Caterpillar has, similar to House of Leaves, that make it just not as good to read on a Kindle as it would be to read in physical form. This is a bottleneck that we are not going to be able to get around because part of the narrative is told through these interactive elements, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. The caterpillar breaks the fourth wall in a way you might expect Deadpool in Marvel Rivals to do, where he physically goes through the different holes of the fruits that he's eating and is incredibly wasteful of every single one of them. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. He ate through it, but you can clearly see there's still plenty of apple left to have chewed on before moving on to the next fruit. But this guy doesn't appreciate what he has been able to scrounge together and instead decides to make it so no one else can eat these fruits while leaving tons of them to waste away before moving on to the next to get some new flavors. His appetite is truly destructive to the world as we know it. A natural part of nature, my ass, dude. You are fucking killing innocent little flora out here. He goes through an apple, a pear, a goddamn grapefruit, I forgot, a strawberry, an orange. The thing is, he ups the ante of how much of each fruit he's eating every single fucking day. This greed is actually disgusting. He continued to start looking for some food, and like we can see how he's like supposed to be all cute exiting the apple. I don't fall for that shit. I'm not a gullible fuck like the rest of y'all. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. This is only going to get worse. And look at the number he did on these fruits, dude. He doesn't even give them the benefit of clean killings. He's doing the equivalent of like burrowing through these things so they suffer the maximum amount, like that one old torture method where people would like have stalks of bamboo grow naturally through their sternum and the bamboo would like kill them slowly and they'd still be alive during the whole thing. It's fucked up. And then get this, on Wednesday, the 3rd day, this motherfucker did not rise again. He is not Jesus. He ate 3 plumps. But guess what? Despite being plump, he was still hungry. What are we doing here, man? Seeing him destroy another family of fruit just doesn't get any less painful every time I watch it, man. That's a family of 3 dead right there. You can tell one of them was still young because it doesn't have a leaf on it. Look at the soulless expression that was probably an inspiration for the face of Omega Mega Flowey and hit game Undertale by Toby Fox, and all he can think about is the next thing he wants to eat. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. It's never enough for this guy. He's doing strawberries worse than like you could an interactive buddy with like grenades when you turn the thing to the one strawberry clock. Fucked up. I don't know if anybody's gonna get that reference. And you can tell that he's getting more destructive in his path because he keeps rotating the fruits in different angles in ways that he just hadn't been doing before. He's becoming more and more sadistic of a killer with the more time and experience he gains. All in the name of consumption, dude. It's like the flood trying to just have all organic life in its collective hive mind by turning them into rotting fucking carcasses. Like, dude, look, they're situated this way on one side, and it could be a result of this way these pages were scanned, but he fucking spun them out, dude. He made them do like a full flip. Imagine dying next to your family of strawberries, and because of the way they're situated, you have to look at their toes, and you can't even watch your loved one die while you look at them in the eyes. Such a wanton path of irresponsible and, quite frankly, unnecessary destruction that pulls at my soul in a way I don't think anything I've reacted to on this channel has so far. And lastly, we see him go through a full 5-page spread of killed oranges. On Friday, he ate 5 oranges, but guess what? He was still hungry. And the entire time, he has not gotten any less wasteful about his eating habits. He goes straight through something, gets like a little peek of it, and instead of at least using all the body parts of the corpse of something he just killed, so at least none of it goes to waste, like, you know, hunters ethically try to do, even human ones, he goes in through one like Yondu's little whistle blow dart, kills it, moves on to the next, and makes the last one watch as he's burrowed through everybody it's ever loved and known. And you know, at least the argument that like this is the natural cycle of life could remain intact to some extent when we're talking about like fruit, stuff in nature. Like this is like what the caterpillar is supposed to eat. But his greed knows no bounds. He goes from a goddamn vegetarian, like at least a herbivore, to a straight up omnivore. Like this guy starts eating fucking meat. Funny how we call people who eat meat fruity, but like not in that sense either. You need to look at his new kill count here. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake. Not nutritious at all, is not like even compatible with a caterpillar's fucking internal organs, and he just runs through without a care for it. Same deal with the ice cream. 1 ice cream cone that seems to be bacon flavored, so he was already like had a taste for flesh like pretty early on in this streak. And the text is lying because it's running defense campaigns for this caterpillar. It clearly has like an ideological slant. He didn't eat the cone at all, he ate the cream. That is fucked up. If instead of ice cream, it was Cream the rabbit, and like that was a dead kid, you wouldn't feel so good about that anymore, would you? Then he ate 1 pickle. I'm gonna be honest, he can have the pickles, man. I have no sympathy for those fucking things. 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and I find this one particularly diabolical because he did it in such a way where it's hard to tell that there's a new hole in the Swiss cheese, which might think whoever he stole this cheese from didn't get contaminated by the caterpillar's greedy, disgusting brain and need to feed. So they might still put it on like a sandwich or a burger and then eat it, get fucking corrupted, and die. He doesn't just kill directly, he's like a super spreader, man. He's just trying to kill everything in the way he can. And this is like where the pale is completely gone. There's no nuance about like the levels of incessant need to vor anything he can that this caterpillar has. He ate through, not all of it, just through 1 slice of salami. And he left the cut little slices down here for like people to wonder what happened to them, man. Now, the one thing I can give this book is that it does try to give some ideological pushback to the belief system of the caterpillar. It shows the caterpillar in a distinctly unflattering light. Not yet though, he has to keep going on a killing spree. 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, 1 slice of watermelon, dude. Like the salami wasn't enough, you had to fucking try the sausage too? Oh, he looks so cute and tired because that night he had a stomach ache. Do not trust him. He is lying to you. At least he's facing consequences, right? Like that's something, I guess. Wrong! Because the book is very sure to make it clear to you that all he had to do to feel better after his like little escapade of murder was the next day being Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. Talking about this leaf like it deserved to be torn apart like that. That's awful, man. I can't believe this. It's straight up just gluttony from the Conqueror of Shambhala Full Metal Alchemist movie right here, dude. He does look dopey as hell. Like this is a cute little drawing. I know why I fucked with this so much as a kid, man. Like they were cooking. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, but he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat, caterpillar. True body horror over here, man. At this point, he's bigger than the sum of everything he ate through. And like, while this is an unflattering depiction of the caterpillar, it is like a consequence that the story quickly absolves him of having to deal with, which I just find like really questionable about the author's motives. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. Now he gets free housing because he stole a bunch of food from people? Yeah, sure, man, that's good. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then, because he just can't help himself, probably helps that it looks like a bacon wrap, this fucking carnivore dude. I want to see like the Predator from the movie go up against this guy. They would be eaten inside out. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. His repeated selfish sinning was rewarded by beauty, though he does seem a little horrified by his new form. Like he wasn't expecting this to happen. I'd probably fuck anybody up if I'm being honest. And then he just gets to live happily ever after, dude. This is the type of propaganda we need to be banning in school libraries. This is not appropriate for children. This is the greediest fuck in fiction, and we are letting him roam the streets to this day? I honestly can't believe that this is what America has come to. But if you guys enjoyed me reading that children's book and you want to see me do more, leave some suggestions in the comments. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at @withany. That email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.